Last night's wet weather left many residents dealing with storm damage and especially this morning's wind and the power outages. Here's the latest power outage map from DTE, and right now about 16,000 customers are without power. Nick Monticelli is monitoring the situation for us live in Clinton Township. Nick, good afternoon.
Rhonda, good afternoon to you. This area had about 3,000 people without power until about 20 minutes ago. That's when the switches came back on, the street lights came back on, and the businesses were able to open back up. I kind of want to do a round robin to show you some of the damage in the Metro Detroit area. Take a look at this video. This tree down on the west side of Detroit, not really a whole lot of damage, just blocking the road there and causing some headaches for those who are trying to drive through and get through those side streets. Also, all the way out in Almont, you can see this trampoline got tossed out of a neighbor's yard. A viewer sent us this photograph, and essentially she said it missed two cars, almost took out one of their cars. Fortunately, not a whole lot of damage. Then you'll see here in just a moment, businesses, especially here in the Clinton Township area that we visited, had to close because they didn't have any power. We went to a corner convenience store. This Family Dollar store had to close. Many businesses shut down, but fortunately, some of the owners were still around. They could reopen as soon as the power came back on. Now take a look at the second piece of video though. This is by far some of the worst damage we have seen so far. At about 7 o'clock this morning out in Auburn Hills, the power lines, actually a tree came down on power lines, then power lines came down on this car, causing it to catch on fire. So DTE was called out. The fire department, you can see, was there as well, but the firefighters couldn't do anything, couldn't get anywhere near that fire until the power was shut off. So all they could do was just stand by and watch. Eventually, power was shut off, the fire was put out, and then the rest of the damage could be assessed. We're also told that a second vehicle in the driveway was damaged, as well as a travel trailer. The man who owns all of it, he too, all he could do was just stand there and watch.
Heard a big flash. Didn't hear the pop from thunder, but I heard the humming of a transformer. Then I heard the explosion, the blue flashes. I went and called 911. We lost two cars. I think the camper's saved, but two cars are lost, so it's no big deal. I'm just glad the family was safe and the neighbors were safe. Nobody got hurt.
And I suppose that certainly is the best news in all of that nobody was hurt. Fortunately, that stays the same throughout the entire day. This wind advisory, as Paul was talking about, is set to go late into the evening at this point. So take some precautions. If you have any holiday decorations outside, some of those inflatables, you might want to bring those in because those might end up somewhere down the street or in the next city by the time all this is done, Rhonda.
Yes, I didn't have one of those inflatables, but I have those little Christmas trees on my porch, and those toppled over, rolling somewhere around my neighborhood. All right, Nick, thank you. And for complete updates on the power outages, storm damage, and up-to-the-date forecast, you can always go to our website at clickondetroit.com.